There was a voice so powerful it could calm a street on fire, a rhythm so magnetic it united people who had never spoken, and a man whose music became a global heartbeat. This is the story of the rise of Bob Marley, the rebel, the poet, the prophet of reggae. In the quiet hills of 9 Mile, Jamaica, a young boy named Robert Nesta Marley walked barefoot through dusty paths, humming melodies that felt too big for the small village around him. Born to a teenage mother and an older British father he barely knew, Bob grew up navigating two worlds but fitting neatly into neither of them. Yet from early on, he seemed destined to create a world of his own. As a teen, Bob moved to Trench Town, a struggling neighborhood overflowing with hardship, but also overflowing with music. The sound of guitars, drums, and voices blended with the daily grind of survival. Bob soaked it all in. The vibration of the streets, the pain, the hope, the rhythm, the fire. It was here that he met Bonnie Livingston and Peter Tosh, two young dreamers who shared his hunger to change the world with sound. They formed the Wailers, not just a band, but a revolution in the making. At first, success came slowly. Radio stations rejected their early songs. Money was scarce, but Bob had a weapon: fearless persistence. He fused soul, ska, and Jamaican roots into something new, something deeper. Then came Simmer Down. It was a hit, it was a spark, it was the beginning of a legend. But Bob Marley wasn't singing just to entertain, he was singing to awaken. Songs like Get Up, Stand Up and Soul Rebel shook Jamaica not with violence but with truth. By the mid-1970s, Jamaica was in chaos. Rival political factions battled for control. Streets turned into war zones. Yet Bob Marley, he stood in the middle, preaching unity, peace, and consciousness. But peace can be dangerous. On December 3rd, 1976, just days before Bob was set to perform at a concert calling for political harmony, gunmen stormed his home. Bullets ripped through walls. Bob was hit. His wife Rita was shot in the head, but survived. The country thought the concert would be cancelled, but the world didn't yet understand Bob Marley. He walked on stage, wounded but unbroken. The crowd erupted. When asked why he risked his life to perform, he said, "The people who are trying to make this world worse aren't taking a day off. How can I?" That moment cemented him as not just a musician, but a symbol. Bob Marley's influence exploded across continents, from London to Lagos, from Kingston to Kingston upon Thames. His words became anthems of hope and resistance. Songs like No Woman, No Cry, Redemption Song, One Love, Three Little Birds. These were more than tracks, they were medicine for the soul. But behind the fame, Bob carried a quiet burden. A wound on his toe wouldn't heal. Doctors urged amputation. He refused, guided by spiritual beliefs. The cancer that followed spread silently. Still he kept performing, still he kept smiling, still he kept singing for the world. In 1981, at just 36 years old, Bob Marley passed away. His final words to his son Ziggy were, "Money can't buy life." But what he left behind? A legacy that money could never measure, a rhythm that outlived the drummer, a message that only grew louder. Today, Bob Marley's music is played everywhere, in protests, celebrations, sport arenas, weddings, streets, homes, anywhere people need hope. Bob Marley didn't just make songs, he made movements. He didn't just start reggae, he made it eternal. And he didn't just live, he ignited the world. If you're ready for more legendary stories that shake your spirit and light up your screen, do well to click on the like button, subscribe, and share.